Hello, how are you guys? I think this is going to be a short video. You're going through soul shifting, soul shaking, deep epiphany, awakening shifts by going deep into yourself. Self-reflection, integration, looking at everything. If you don't feel that way, if you don't resonate with that, this is not your video. Love you, but this is not your video. This is specifically for those who resonate with being an empath and resonate with cycle breaking, making huge shifts and changes in the 3D, in the physical life. But now you're in this place where you're doing a deep dive and integrating lessons and experiences that you've had in your life. So for those that this video is meant for, keep watching. Otherwise, I'll see you guys later for those that this isn't for. And that's okay, right? I don't even know where to begin with this. I wrote down some notes because this is so powerful, and I want to be able to have the words to describe what's happening right now. And I feel like for those of you guys that this message is for and who's watching this video right now, like you know that you're feeling heavy feelings right now. You know you're doing a deep dive, whether today was a magical, blissful day or whether it was a sad, somber day, whether it was a more introverted day or is a more social, extroverted day. It doesn't matter. Either way, like you're in this shift in place right now where there are huge waves where you feel exhausted and tired and where you need to just pull your energy back. And that can come off as taking more naps, going to bed earlier, just doing more mindful, restful practices, being extremely aware of your energy output. And then passion, fire, creativity ignites again. So it's like coming in waves. You are doing a very challenging journey right now. A deep descent into yourself, into your psyche, into your ego, into your experiences, into the things that have happened in your life that you've experienced. And although there are so many different alchemical processes you are doing right now in order to transmute and work through these emotions, these experiences, these feelings attached to these experiences that you've had in your life, it feels like a death. And it is on a spiritual and energetic level. It's a death of you, but it feels like a death. Like some of you guys might actually be grieving and mourning you, the essence and the essences of you up until this point. And there's this transformative alchemical process happening where you are retracting, retreating from places, peoples, energies that your energy is not belonging to. There's so much healing through this because ultimately you're doing a deep dive within yourself. You're doing a deep dive. Deep dive isn't even the right word. I'm calling it the descent because it really feels like you're like going so far down, you don't know where it ends. It's like you just keep going and you're reviewing so much about yourself. But what's beautiful about this and what's so healing about this is that you as an empath have so much love and care and understanding on the deepest level for so many other people. People saw your light or your power or whatever they wanted to call it. They saw something special in you because you saw something special in them, right? They saw it as competition or jealousy or saw it as something that they wanted to dim or steal from you. It just feels like you've been around in your entire life, even your family members, your friends, your families, your relationships, everybody. Like everybody you've been around has tried to dim your light, which is so sad. It's like solemn. I had to stop for a second because it's so sad. The people that were supposed to or meant to, or that you felt like were supposed to love you unconditionally, are actually the ones that have hurt you the most. And this isn't coming from a place of victimhood or martyrdom. This is coming from a place of acceptance. It does feel like there's emotions tied to this, and you may be feeling them and have these waves of emotions where you're sitting and just feeling it. You might be crying, you might be sleeping, dreaming on it, writing about it, singing about it, dancing about it, releasing it in some way, as you do in this beautiful collective, this powerful collective that alchemizes and transmutes their pain into their wisdom, into their power. And you guys, thank you for just being here right now. Let me just say, because this is not an easy message to deliver, both energetically and emotionally, but also I have been recently struggling with figuring out the words and how to describe what this collective is doing. I feel like I'm speaking to a lot of healers and teachers, absolutely empaths. That's why you're here still watching this video, but you are meant to heal and teach and guide through your experience, which is exactly why you're doing this deep descent into yourself, into your shadows. It just feels very balanced. It feels very balanced between rationality, emotions, and just heart-led, deep, intuitive knowing. Like you've figured out, you've mastered it, which is why I feel like you're ready for this process, which is why I feel like you're in this process. You're doing it right now. And that's the process that you're going into right now, is integrating all versions of yourself and the lessons learned from those. There's a little gnat trying to distract it. There's so many energies coming through. And I also want to say, just on a side note before I forget, these like love messages that I've been getting, just a big major eye roll, like, oh my God, these love readings that I've been giving the past week or two that just keep popping in, I honestly feel like are a gift also. And let me just say, I'm a very optimistic person 99.9% of the time. And I still feel like there's a little bit of optimism in when I say this, but there is a little bit of pessimism coming out as I also say this. I feel like it's like a gift to be getting these love readings and messages in between, because it's kind of like the bubble of happiness in this tumultuous time. Like, it's a gift. That's the optimism part, right? You know, it's beautiful that we're able to have this feeling of like love or interest or soulmates or twin flames or just whatever, anything that has to do with love that just like, ooh, gets you all giddy and happy like this is a gift, because it's pulling you out for a moment. It's not pulling you out of your descent. You're in this deep dive, but it's like it's pulling you out of those very heavy moments to feel this beautiful energy of joy and divine union and reciprocal nature. And yes, love is coming in for you, but I do feel like this collective is detached enough to not sitting here waiting around for it, looking for it, seeking it. You're just doing the deep dive within self. You're just doing the alchemical work. And you know love is coming in, but it feels like it's just, these are little like pops of joy, happiness, peace, excitement, you know, surprise moments. I feel like because everything else feels so fluff and heavy. Everything else feels so uncertain. But you know that to be able to help heal on a generational, global scale and future generations to come, you have to start within. Or at some point you have to go within, right? And you're doing that. You're putting confirmation this one wants to fall out again on the left side. You got the feminine energy. You've been doing a lot of nurturing, a lot of just like self-care, a lot of taking care of yourself, resting, spiritual work. And this deep dive is really taking a lot of energy, a lot of focus, a lot of intent, a lot of purpose into it. And I feel like you've been giving yourself that time, that energy. You've been allowing yourself to go into that deep dive. And if that means saying no to certain social obligations right now, even if it's like not working out as much right now, or maybe there's certain days like you usually have a schedule of something, maybe you go on walks or running or training of some sort. It feels very purposeful that I say this, that it has something to do with like you're doing a really great job at taking care of your body and your wellness, and to be able to allot the energy when you have it for physical endeavors or activities as you can, but without burnout, because I feel like you've been healing through that. Like as an empath, you feel so deeply, you do so much for so many other people, you have done so much for so many people. I can feel this pressure wanting to come up here. It really feels like you've been working through a lot of learning when to speak, learning when to listen, where to put your energy, when to speak up and stand up and say something, and when it doesn't need your energy. Like when it's trivial is the word that I'm thinking of right now. Trivial. You're not wasting your energy and your time in your mind space on trivial things, on things that no longer hold importance to you, or at least at this time. You know, drama and gossip and all these trivial things, like, oh, my nail tech showed up 30 minutes late, made me wait, and then they want to complain about it for like 2 more hours. It's like you're not spending that time. And what's so beautiful and powerful about that is that you as an empath can genuinely understand and feel whatever, trivial or not, deep or not, like you can understand and feel what people are expressing to you, and you are a very safe haven for many people energetically. I feel like even strangers want to come up and talk to you and just tell you their life story. Like you're a very safe person, and you've given so much love and attention and time and your advice and just words of encouragement and insight. You're a very old soul, very wise person. And like I said, like you're doing this transmuting work. This is not a new thing for you. This is a deep dive, and probably the deepest you've ever gone. It feels as heavy as the deepest you've ever gone within self. You know you're capable of alchemizing it, of coming out stronger, like the phoenix fluffin' rising every time, dude. But this is like the deepest, this is going to be the biggest shift you've ever had in your entire fucking life, dude. The biggest shift. And you can feel it, and you know what you're doing. There may not be words that are swirling in your head that are like, this is what I'm doing, but there's like this just deep knowing, like you are your own beacon. You just know you will come out so strong, like a fucking diamond, dude. So strong. And you're learning where to put your energy and where no longer to put your energy. Whether that's with people, places, careers, your own habits, your own belief systems, where you used to put so much emphasis and energy into curating this life that you thought you had to live, or that your family, your friends, or your religious beliefs told you had to live. That was a lot of energy you were putting in every single day, every fucking minute of your life, dude. You were putting in so much energy just to maintain the status quo of what you believed or what others told you. So you ultimately, you still believed it, and you gave all of your beautiful light and energy. Not that it's gone. It's not gone. You are a radiating beacon of light that's never ending. It doesn't fucking disappear. But has it dimmed, or has it been like covered? Yeah. And you're going into this deep dive to recognize, not out of martyrdom, not anymore. You're doing it simply so you can evolve and grow. And so you can show others that it's possible and capable to do so, and that they're going to do it too. Like you are like, I hesitate to say this, but this is, I can already see, like, this is from my own religious trauma upbringing, but I want to say like prophecy, like you are like a prophecy of some sort, like to show people that this is possible and guide them through it and do it and live it and experience it, and no one having done it before you, for you to follow example through, right? And I'm not saying that you are the only divine being out here doing this. You're not. There's a collective here alongside of you doing this, and you're not even the first. Like there have been people before us that have done stuff like that have made huge monumental evolutionary like jumps, leaps for humanity, for those that feel called, that their soul feels aligned with in being this. And you are here watching this video because your soul is aligned with being a light to the world, to guiding people. I have this huge tickle in my throat. You are learning to speak up. But at the right times, with the right crowd, with the right people, but you know you're going to be seen and heard. And what you have to say needs to be seen and heard and is going to help so many people. But at this time, you're pulling back. You're retracting. You're retreating. You're taking time to be introspective. You're taking time to dive deep into your soul, into the depths of who you are, of your essence, your ego, your wounds. You make people feel uncomfortable because you require authenticity. You require truth. You require growth. When people show up in your circle, in your life, you make people that are manipulative, controlling, narcissistic step away, get uneasy, uncomfortable. They don't want to be in your life. Whereas I feel like that was the crowd you were in before, around manipulative, narcissistic people, because you were such a beautiful empath with a glowing, radiant light that you didn't even freaking see, right? Your soul just was there existing. And it's so powerful because you have gone through so many, I want to say existences, lifetimes. And take that as you do. I feel like it applies to every possible way and meaning of that term. You are such a wise, intuitive, powerful, beautiful person whose light is meant to shine and guide the world. And I feel like it's so much bigger and more powerful than that. And I don't even know how to say it. I don't. But you're no longer you're not letting yourself give away your power and your energy anymore. You're no longer giving yourself to anybody or anything that is not of truth, of light, and supportive of growth. Done. Point blank. That's what it is. That's literally what it is. You're doing a deep dive of yourself and your soul. You're healing the shit that you've gone through. You're looking at everything with love and curiosity. You are transmuting the belief systems and patterns that you once held on so tightly to, that you gave all your energy to, you gave all of your time, your presence, everything to. You're no longer doing that, and you're recognizing it, and you're seeing those patterns and those belief systems. You're taking a different perspective on them. You're transmuting them, and you're growing from them and sharing them and verbalizing them. You're speaking out for humanity, for the collective, and you're starting that process, and you're showing that. That's what's happening. Okay? Done. Whatever wrongdoings people have done to you, not only are you no longer in victimhood, martyrdom of blaming them and saying that they were all at fault and woe was you, poor you, that you went through all of that. Now you're seeing that as your lessons, as your strength, and that you overcome, you grew up, like you rise like the phoenix from the ashes, like you got stronger every time. Like you walk into the fire and you come out as a motherfucking diamond, dude. Like you just, you keep getting stronger and more beautiful and more radiant and more potent every single time. And so, and you see that now. You're just on so many different layers and levels, loving and knowing yourself and showing up as the most beautiful, authentic, raw version of yourself. And it makes people uncomfortable. Did you hear my voice crack? And it makes people uncomfortable. It makes them uncomfortable. The ones that are deceitful, living with lies, wanting to manipulate you, control you, get away with whatever story they want others to believe about themselves or facade or mask, like you see through it. And you require authenticity and truth and nothing less. But what's so powerful and beautiful is that you still hold space and love for those people that do want to manipulate and control. You don't give them your energy or your time, whatever, right? But you hold space and love because you know everybody's on their path and their journey, on their own path and journey. What you are being called to do is literally just be present in your own life. Just be present. Learn. Grow. Share. You're doing that on such a deep, profound level, and it feels heavy, but you're being given gifts of optimism. You're being given gifts of abundance, beautiful sunsets, an extra parking spot at the grocery store when you get there. And it was raining as you were driving, and then as you get out of your car, it stops raining. Like, abundance everywhere is happening for you. You've been doing things that are reminding you of being grateful, like saying, I need to be grateful, standing in gratitude, feeling more gratitude, reminding yourself of what you have right now, what you've experienced, what you've gone through, and being grateful for that. And now you just exist in it. Now you're just always grateful, because literally even the fucking deep dive into shadows, you're grateful for. You're grateful for that. It doesn't feel cute, but you're grateful for it. You're like, I know I'm coming out so much stronger and wiser from this. Your body is physically changing. You're exhausted. You're sweating. You guys have been watching me the past couple weeks, just like, whew, it's hot, then it's cold, it's all the things. Your body is physically shifting and transmuting. That is just confirmation of what you're doing. This is not going to be a short video. It's not going to be a short video. You are in a silent revolution of clarity right now. And this is your ultimate proof of integration, because your energy is speaking louder than your defense now. So what you used to be like, no, you need to understand this is what I'm doing, or this is why I'm doing it, or asking permission to rest, asking, like, saying you're sorry for things you don't need to be sorry about. You're not doing that anymore. That's what I mean. You're calling your power back. Like, you're using it so wisely and purposefully and with intent. So it's not that you just stopped caring and that you stopped being an empath. You couldn't. Your heart's too sweet and too cute. You couldn't, okay? You are meant to lead and guide, but you are now recognizing where your power and your energy can be used best for growth. You're here watching this video because you know you're meant to guide, lead, break cycles, make a fucking change, do something different. Show up differently. Every single time you descend into your shadows, you show up differently as you come out. Phoenix from the ashes, coming out as a diamond from the fire. Like, you come out so beautifully under pressure, but this is the difference. It's not the worldview of pressure, right? I feel like you also used to, like, really resonate with that. Whereas, like, you used to think that you produced the best stuff in career, your passions, whatever, under pressure. Time pressure. You had somebody constantly telling you what you had to do, micromanaging your stuff, and you just flourished. Like, you were just energetically, you sank and you died. Your light got dimmed, but like, your work, what you created, was beautiful, was always superb, was always above standards, above expectations, superseded everything. I feel like you've always, like, whatever you produce is just fucking amazing every time. But so you used to think that you did well under pressure. This pressure that you're coming out of is not worldly pressure. I'm getting all like, It's not worldly pressure. This pressure is the pressure of everything that has been suppressed and pushed down and held into the deepest depths of you as you worked through and healed each thing. And now you're going to the deepest descent and dive you've ever gone into yourself, because you're finally fucking ready. You're there. You can do it now. You're capable now. You have the wisdom and understanding and the focus to be able to direct your energy and your attention to this healing process that you're in, of uncovering and pulling out all of the shadows and the ego and the wounds and the mindset beliefs, the patterns, the addictions, the ways that you used to show up in people's lives, and people pleaser vibes, healing childhood, healing relationship wounds. You're doing all of it right now. And you had to get through and break through those surface levels, because as an empath, you gave everything to everybody else before you. So you had to go through and break those layers of you first, the surface layers of you first, because you didn't do it. You did it for others. You had the capability and the strength, but you didn't do it for yourself, babe. No shame and blame, but now you have. Now you've broken through those layers. 2025 and 2024 have been transformative years for you, is what I'm hearing. These past 2 years, you've been on a journey for a while, longer than 2 years for a vast majority of you that are watching this video. Those 2 years have really, do you guys see this? Like, there's no fluff and stuff and cuteness anymore. This is so serious and so raw and real. but some spice and flavor. Like, Spirit's like, okay, but don't forget to have fun and then love. It's like you're going through all of that and it feels so heavy and you're just like, oh my God. You know, it feels similar to depression, but it's not the same vibration. It's so much higher than that. It's such a high frequency vibration. Let me be so clear about that right now. Depression is a low frequency vibration. That is no shame and blame for those that are feeling it, experiencing it, or in it. That's not. It's just a frequency. Everything is energy. Everything is vibration. Okay? We got you? We're good? We know that now? Okay, cool. Depression is a low vibration frequency. The vibration frequency that you're at, even in this deep dive of self and what you're doing, is fucking high. Okay? The capability, it's just so beautiful. It's like, I'm getting excited. That's what it is though. Like, you are a gift. I was gonna say it's a gift. You are a gift. Because you see it as you're so grateful that you get to experience all of this, because you know you're going to come out stronger and that this is just another layer, and you're being the student right now, learning all of this, absorbing this information and wisdom, double earbud confirmation, and you are going into and removing yourself from victimhood, from martyrdom, from ego, from all of the things that you have suppressed or that you lived in before, but like suppressed the recognition of it, the consciousness around it. You have stepped into a deep conscious awareness, which is the high frequency vibration that you are in right now. And so what is so beautiful and powerful, on top of all the other things that I said were beautiful and powerful about this, because this whole process is beautiful and powerful, but what is so beautiful and powerful about this is that it feels so heavy, but you're still able to get up, take care of yourself, do the self-care work, stick to your spiritual practices and routines that have been really working for you and really helping you dive deeper, and staying truthful and honest and authentic to who you are and who you are becoming, and still continuously stepping away and unbecoming these old patterns of you. And you're doing it, whether, I was going to say, with a smile on your face. It may not be on your face outwardly, but your soul is smiling. It's shining so bright. That's the frequency difference here. You're just trusting the flow of you. If you feel like resting, you're doing that. So it might look like, or even feel like at times, like a slowness, like you're falling behind, like a depression, like an unknown, I don't know where to go. But your soul knows, and then you snap into that consciousness. It's like, I'm saying snap. It's like that's how short-lived this depression feeling is. This transmutation process, you feel it. You go down deep. You feel the stuff that doesn't have a smile on your face, right? And you come out and you transmute it into this power, into this radiance, into your creation. Whatever you're creating is so powerful and so charged right now because of this internal work that you're doing. And you're creating something beautiful out of this process. You are not putting yourself on a pedestal above others. And you're not sitting here saying, woe is me, my life is so hard, I've gone through so much shit. Although you absolutely could arguably rationally say that with any person and say, look what I've gone through. But you don't choose to sit in that energy. You know that what you went through, the depths of everything you went through, the hellacious time periods in your life that you went through, the unfair, toxic, karmic, everything you've gone through, you knew was because you had the strength to go through it, and you were meant to be a warrior. You were meant to be a leader. You were meant to be a guide through this process for others. It's so humble. It's so grounded. It's so balanced, this place that you're in. It's so aware. It's so awakened. It's so conscious. This is a necessary voyage into the darkness of your own psyche, not to be destroyed, but to be refined, to come up from the ashes, to guide through wisdom, through your experience. And you can feel this shift within you, and you can feel how different you feel. You're so in tune with energies and emotions. And now you can actually say you're in tune with your own to the deepest depths. Your sensitivity is not fragility. You're not fragile because you're sensitive, because you feel everything the way you feel it. Far opposite. It's actually your power. It's just untrained. and you're going through the descent to train, to uncover, to discover, to refine, to train it so you can step fully into your power. But how could you do that when you were giving it to everybody else? You had to call it back in. You're doing this soul's journey. It's like you're transmuting it so fast, like night, day, done, on to the next. What's the next thing you're looking at? It's like, what's the next thing? Another one. Another one. You're stepping into your authenticity. You're loving life. It may not always feel beautiful, but you know that it's turning you into this beautiful, like you're turning yourself into this beautiful being of light and positivity. The world does not need more wounded empaths. It needs more aware and awakened empaths. And it's people who have been through all of it, who have felt it personally and have had it happen time after time after time, who sees above it and aside from it with a different perspective, who has challenged those beliefs, those systems, those patterns, has broken free from them in cycle breaking, and has removed themselves into another energetic space and situation, and is showing how you can cultivate and create it stronger, bigger, better, for the collective, outside of this individualistic essence that the world likes to live in. You're coming back to self so you can grow. So you can grow the collective, so you can grow the world, so you can change the world, so you can change cycles and patterns of behaviors. And you're showing people that showing up the most raw, authentic version of you is the only way. The only way to truth, love, and light is the only way. Or confirmation, earbud, confirmation. Your transformation is contagious, my dear. It is forcing systems and people to evolve or to collapse. You make people feel uncomfortable. You challenge systems, belief systems, patterns. You're in a silent revolution right now within yourself. And you are stepping out. You might seem silent right now. You might seem like you've pulled away and you're in some sort of, I can't even think of the word anymore. Depression. There we go. Depression. You might look like you're in a depression, but you're not. Your soul is just so abundant and happy and grateful. And it's so powerful and beautiful. And I'm glad I somehow made it through this. We're going to end this here because I don't have any other words. You're integrating empathy and power. Your transformation is contagious. You're changing the world. And you're evolving. Maybe I should have just said that. That's what's happening. Okay? So thanks for being on this ride with me. It was crazy. It was a lot. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I do know, but like at the same time, like I don't have words to tell you. I don't know. I don't know. And that's what's so beautiful about it is like you're not. Perfect example. Yeah, there is no words because you don't need to defend or explain. You're just existing. You're literally just existing and being. And there are no words. And there's nothing you need to do to prove or to explain it. And you're not trying to anymore. So, right on. Keep doing it, you guys. Killing it. You're killing it. All right, well, with that, I love you guys. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your night or day. Or whatever time it is. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.